We are officially now in summer, and the farm looks it. And there are many, many projects underway. So we're going to take a quick walk around and update you on everything. And then over the next week or so, we will do some longer videos giving a lot more detail about each of the projects that we touch on today. So first of all, this was that giant mountain of wonderful compost here. And as you can see, it's all spread, and we are about halfway through planting. And we changed our planting strategy a little bit this year. What we're doing is we are protecting from the chickens so they don't dig up the young plants. So these tires will be lifted out of here as soon as the plants are big enough to resist the chickens. We are not doing tire piles this year. And here's some little sprouts coming up. These will be cucumbers. And we have potatoes in here. We have some other cucumbers that were starts that were donated to the farm. So we have lemon cucumbers, and we also have your regular green cucumbers. We have 3 different kinds of potatoes. A russet, we have a red potato, a purple potato, and a yellow potato, basically, if you think colors. These are potato mounds. There's some more little baby cucumbers coming up here. And we also planted yellow squash and zucchini, and we have one yellow squash plant that's actually growing over here, but my stones for chicken protection failed, and we have to fix that. So this garden is well underway, nearly completed. Chrissy was just here, and we plugged in a bunch more lavender plants and sage plants. So you can see the lavender border all the way around the edge there. See if I can zoom in on that a little bit. Right there, that's all lavender. And of course, there's the chickens being very naughty. And we have basil coming up there. That's that beautiful purple color. A lot of different herbs going in here. And some sunflowers. That over there is the new Duckling Pen. We are putting in a rotational foraging pen for the baby ducks so that they get a chance to get bigger before mom leads them out into the big wide world. Here's the veggie garden. Let me shrink this back down. The peas coming in well there at the end, and the tomatoes, the beans, something ate them because I left the safety nets off overnight, and I've got to replant some of those. Lettuce is going gangbusters. Oh my goodness, is it delicious? And you can see the radish and lettuce rotations coming in further down. Over here we have our cabbages and onions going well. We did set up the slug traps, which we bait with stale beer donated by the guests. And that will be the greens. This is the kale. And then the Swiss chard right there. And the last bed is turnip greens. We did have to replant the carrots, and the goat tour area is nicely mowed and set up. We're hosting multiple tours every week with the goats. This is the butterfly hummingbird garden, and as you can see, it has just exploded. And we've got all kinds of neat flowers coming in. We got some there, and we're starting to see our first butterflies. And that's just getting ready to open. There's some daisies, a lot of sunflowers, and Yertle turtle. That would be his head sticking up right there. Can you see it on the far left next to the water lettuce? Right there, see his little eyeballs? Anyway, water lettuce, water hyacinth. We started with 3 of each, and you can see they're multiplying nicely. So not only does Yertle have his fresh salad, but also we will have extra to sell. There's a milkweed coming in, some dill, all of this again to help out the butterflies and hummingbirds. We have Mongolian giant heirloom sunflower seeds. And we also have a sweet corn called Boone's County. And this came from Victory Seeds. And what is unique about this is it's a fodder crop as well as a dent corn, meaning it's a corn that you can dry for livestock feed. So we are experimenting with producing the corn and the sunflowers to dry as some of our dried forage for the goats this winter. That right there is an RV that we are in the process of remodeling, a camper, I should say. And the cool thing is we have a neighbor, Backwoods Homestead LLC. You can check them out online. He does some really interesting work with non-conventional heating systems, and we are exploring some ideas of doing perhaps some radiant heat in the floor, in the ceiling, powered by solar and or a rocket stove or something else equally intriguing. So we are really excited to see how that develops, and if you get a chance, pop over and check out Backwoods Homestead LLC.